Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 29. Jamaica and the Dominican Republic have inked a multi-destination tourism deal. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed on Tuesday at the United Nations World Tourism Organization's Global Conference, which wrapped up in Montego Bay today. The agreement will facilitate joint marketing and the negotiating of a new air services deal. Portfolio Minister Edmund Bartlett says this, plus the recent deal reached with Cuba and another pact with Mexico scheduled for January 2018, will carve out a new architecture of connectivity in Caribbean tourism.
That will bring together the four major markets of the Caribbean into a symbiotic arrangement that will allow us to provide a market for the world of pretty close to 33 million. And the prospects of being able to exchange and develop partnerships with large airlines and major tour operators. This is a win-win situation because if it happens in the north, it will happen in the south. And we are anticipating that the South Caribbean will follow suit.
Tourism Minister of the Dominican Republic, Francisco Javier Garcia, says this signing will eliminate the barriers which hindered the sector.
Donde llega el turismo, llega el desarrollo para los países.
Where there is tourism, there is development for the countries.
Pero que el turismo es un instrumento idóneo para contribuir al desarrollo de países como los países que conformamos el Caribe.
That tourism is the ideal tool to contribute towards the development of the countries of the Caribbean.
Government has also signed a Memorandum of Understanding to bolster the development of programs for the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, JCTI. The center, which is scheduled for a January 2018 opening, is geared towards training and certifying workers in the hospitality industry. On Monday, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett signed an agreement with American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, ALI. The agreement was inked on the outskirts of the UNWTO Global Conference on Jobs and Inclusive Growth, Partnerships for Sustainable Tourism. It commits the ALI to providing expertise in program development to the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. Still on tourism, a call is being made for greater interconnectivity between tourists and the residents of the communities they visit. Secretary General of the UNWTO, Dr. Taleb Rifai, says the move is necessary to achieve greater community empowerment.
We cannot continue to build 5-star hotels in 3-star communities. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. That's a very important message we have to keep in mind. We have to continue to lower the walls between the host community and the visitors. We cannot let our visitors live in bubbles. That is not acceptable anymore.
Dr. Rifai was speaking on Day 2 of the UNWTO Global Conference. The Secretary General also urged private and public sector entities to partner to achieve stronger, effective, and transparent community empowerment. In other news, the island's first public cancer treatment center has been opened at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James. At Monday's opening, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the center would process cases much faster than in the previous system.
It is more precision technology and therefore the chances of recovery and not damaging other healthy cells in the body are much enhanced. And therefore we can say that we now have a facility that is similar to any similar type facility anywhere else in the world.
The $15 million facility was constructed through a partnership involving several entities, including the Ministry, the National Health Fund, Chase, and Tourism Enhancement Funds, as well as the Vincent Hosang Foundation. The judicial system is now better able to prosecute and manage sex crime cases following the introduction of a guideline document. The Model Guidelines for Sexual Offense Cases in the Caribbean region was handed over recently to the courts, attorneys, and organizations that offer assistance to victims. Speaking at last Friday's launch, Minister responsible for Gender Affairs, Olivia Grange, said the document represented shared understanding and government's commitment to eliminating violence.
This administration takes a zero-tolerance approach to all forms of violence and is committed to implementing measures to combat sexual offenses in Jamaica.
The document was developed by the Caribbean Court of Justice with 90 million Canadian dollars from the Government of Canada under its Judicial Reform and Institutional Strengthening Jurist project. The manual offers a rights-based approach to the treatment of complainants and vulnerable witnesses, including children involved in sexual assault cases. And finally, 4,576 housing starts have been provided by the National Housing Trust, NHT, so far this year. That's more than has been delivered in any one year for the past 20 years. NHT Chairman Ambassador Nigel Clark revealed the figures Friday as the Trust handed over 40 housing units at Nashville Mews in Highgate, St. Mary. He said the Trust would be making good on its promise to deliver 15,000 housing solutions by the year 2020, to include 340 additional homes in St. Mary.
The agencies that approve and that plan, we want to warn them, we want to put them on notice that the NHT is working hard to make sure that they're going to have to work around the clock so that the regulatory approvals come on time, and so that the 15,000 can become 20,000 housing solutions.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.